Banners Broker Training. This is your panels explained. So a panel, to understand a panel represents ad inventory. So in a green panel, you have enough ad inventory to generate a total of $540 worth of revenue. So that's what this panel represents. It's your ad inventory that you purchase. You can purchase a green panel within a package the very first time you join Banners Broker. After that, you can buy green panels individually, and they cost $270, which will generate you $540 worth of revenue. So right here is, it tells you what the revenue the panel will generate, $540. For a panel to generate revenue, if it's not your complementary panel, it must be qualified. To qualify a panel, the amount of traffic hits required will vary based on the panel. So a green panel requires 135,000 traffic hits, and it tells you that right here. Also, if I want to speed up a panel, I can speed up a panel by applying so many traffic boosters per panel. So a green panel requires 8 traffic boosters for it to be sped up by 20%. So first, let's take a look at how we qualify the panel. To qualify this panel, again, I need 135,000 hits. If I go up to total traffic, it says I have 920,000 traffic. So I should have enough to qualify this panel, but not necessarily. Because you see here, there's two sections here. General traffic means traffic hits that I got from purchasing a traffic pack, which is 190,000. So by itself, yes, I have enough to qualify this panel because it only requires 135,000. But if that was 100,000 only, if that's at 100,000, I wouldn't have enough to qualify this panel from traffic pack traffic. So the other way I could qualify a panel is through sales credits. So the numbers here represent the traffic hits you have earned from sales credits for each different color panel or each different inventory level. So I have 472,000 traffic hits in my green. That means I've generated 472,000 traffic hits from sales credits. So I have enough to qualify this green panel. I cannot choose how I qualify the panel. I can't say I only want to qualify the panel from traffic hits or from traffic from sales credits. It's a combination. So I have enough traffic to qualify this green traffic purely for my sales credits, 472. So great. I can now qualify it from sales credits. If this was 0, I can still qualify this panel because I have enough from traffic packs. So to qualify a panel, all I'm going to do is put my mouse over here, click on the panel. It's going to ask me if I'm sure I want to qualify this panel. I say OK. And you see the panel is qualified. The panel is qualified, and the amount of traffic I have in my green bank here is gone down to 337,000 because I used up 135,000 to qualify this panel. So now the panel is in queue. The panel is in queue because it takes 48 hours before the panel comes out of queue and starts earning revenue from a publisher's site. So what that means is I bought my ad inventory. It takes us 48 hours to find you a publisher site that you can now rent to earn revenue. Okay, so 48 hours from now, this will go from status from queue to active. Now, once you have a publisher site that you're renting space from, it will show up here as well. So since it's not there yet, there's nothing we can do here. Now, the other thing we do is we set the panels either to 50% or 100% simply by clicking. What that allows me to do is it's telling me, remember the total revenue earned here is $540. I can tell it, if I set it to 50%, that means I'm telling it that take half of that, $270, and put it in my e-wallet, which is money that I can take out. If you take 200, and that means I'm going to take half of that and use it to buy additional ad inventory, which means I'll buy another green panel. Excuse me. If I set it to 100%, that means I'm telling you to take total revenue earned, all $540, and use it to buy me additional revenue, which means when this panel is finished, I will end up with 2 green panels instead of 1. Remember, when you're buying panels, you're buying inventory. Remember, you're buying ad inventory and impressions. So remember, this panel here has ad impressions, and when I click Get Impressions, it's automatically going to be redeemed and show up in my impression bank. And that is how you set your panels to 50 or 100%. It's also how you just qualified a panel, and now you got the panel qualified, so 48 hours from now, it's going to start earning revenue. Now, remember, if I want to speed this panel up, it requires 8 traffic boosters. My traffic booster bank here tells me I have enough traffic. So if I want to apply it and speed it up, all I do is put my mouse here and click on this. It asks me, am I sure? Yes. And I just qualified the panel.